Birthday Hawa, birthday Washai, birthday Hawa, birthday Washai, birthday Hawa by Hashem, Yahushai by Shem Chakudash, which I gave, of course, bless you to the Most High, Yahweh, which is the true, almighty, and powerful name of the Heavenly Father from the word, and he calls God, and bless you in the name of the only begotten Son, which is Yahweh Shai from the world, and he calls Jesus Christ. By Hashem Chakudash is in the name of the Spirit Holy, or the Chakudash, or the Holy Spirit, alright, which I utter in the Paleo Hebrew. Of course, Salah, which means pardon me. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Shem Shem Chakodash always. Double honors, apostles, and elders, great millstone, peace and salutation to the election, the 144,000 Hanabayah and the prophets, which are all men, and the rest of the 1/3, which is a great number multitude, whom the Lord is going to have mercy upon in these times. The speckled birds, I give you a shalom as well. Those are like foreigners that may look like the heathen, but lineage by the way their fathers go back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Say shalom. Shemi Amafa, Mayan, and God Lord Kub Machanab. My name is Amafa from the Great Millstone Camp, specifically Plaintables by Yar in the city of Philadelphia. I'm Lamadi Mike. Come in with a lesson, little or we lesson. As you can see, the headline here in this article, it says United Airlines test COVID-19 health pass app to bring back global travel. So, of course, we know that the airline and hospitality industry suffered great losses due to the whole lockdown measures by CV-19. And of course, there is a great agenda of a reset, which is no of any speculation, because it's actually a part of this strategic agenda that's a part of the World Economic Forum, which they have it under the Great Reset. You can, of course, click on it, on the information, and by category, you can see it. I mean, it covers various industries, various aspects of life in this time of the New World Order, being set up as the new norm. Okay, and as you can see, aviation, travel, and tourism is a part of that. Okay, so, and that's part of this great reset, which will change your ways of travel. Okay, and they got it down all the way to travel and trade barriers, travel, tourism, workforce, travel, security, and risk resilience, travel, tourism, and digitalization. All right, which is important right here. What we're talking about is this here, which is all linked. When you see here, they got Internet of Things, digital comms or communications. Okay, and if I could, I would actually blow this up, but you know, this is all up, you know, for you to look into. And Yahweh Ratzazah, you know, I'll be able to go into this in the future, but I just wanted to bring this out. Now let's go to the article. And the article is back here, and this is off of fiercehealthcare.com, which it reads: the United Airlines tested this week a digital health pass on a flight from London to Newark, New Jersey, right? So London to Newark, which, if you know anything about travel, Newark is on the East Coast. They handle most of the flights going to Europe. Okay, being an airport, on the East Coast, and which United Airlines is mostly of United Airways that's flying out there. I know from, of course, my traveling myself, as part of a program to enable safer global travel to accelerate border reopening. So there's been a restructuring that's have been undergoing since the closures and travel restrictions. Now, of course, you have it. This is being set up where you have a digital health pass, okay, was tested, which this works in conjunction with your phone as an app on your mobile, okay. Volunteer travelers flying from London to New Jersey, or from London to New Jersey, tested out a common pass. So actually, London coming in, and so Heathrow, that'd be Heathrow, I believe, into here, tested out a common pass on their mobile phone to document their COVID-19 status and share it with airline staff upon disembarking from the aircraft. The Common Project Foundation, which, when you check into this, I was looking into this and I didn't bring out this information yet, but I'll bring it out now. This article here, off of a great site, which is Great Game India. Got a lot of the different alternative media on here, which is the CV-19. Okay, how your post CV-19 life will be controlled by the Rockefeller and Clinton Foundation funded apps. Okay, so your elite bankers, all right, your other elites, your other elites such as the Clintons, okay, Bill and what's her name, Hillary Clinton, okay, they actually have these funding, and also they have ability of control, which they create these apps, which I'm going to go into. The Rockefeller Foundation and the Clinton Foundation have developed a series of COVID apps which tightly control your posts, okay, which is, of course, after COVID life. And that's what it's all about. It's all about tightly and controlling the citizens in this time. Your old freedom and good old America and good old whatever travel that you've been doing before, prior to this whole health crisis, so-called pandemic, or really pandemic, and your different rights, which you had different rights, were stripped away due to the Patriot Act and the creation of the Department of Homeland Security, the creation of TSA, and of course this whole checking you out for what's that? I believe that's the National Defense Act. All right. You lost a lot of your rights, and you're losing more of your rights. Okay. It says here, the initiative is launched by a non-profit Trust Commons Project Foundation, which is part of the World Economic Forum. Okay, so this is a global agenda. It's not just them just, oh, we're just dropping this out our arse or something like that. This is a global agenda. Okay, it's not like something is just going to go away. This is your new norm. The commons, and this starts with this gradualism with these various apps. Okay, the Commons Project include 3 COVID apps: Common Health, COVID Check, and Common Pass. Together, they will collect, store, and monitor your health data, based on which the apps will decide whether you are eligible to study, go to office, etc. Right? Be able to study, go to office, go to Intershop, different things like that. I definitely, these different apps are going to be a pass. Okay, so as you can see it here, COVID Health, that's one app. Common Pass, and you have the COVID Check. This is all both funded by the Rockefeller and Clinton Foundation elites. It says the Common Project is a non-profit public trust established with the support of the Rockefeller Foundation to build platform and services which will tightly regulate your post-COVID life. The initiative is part of the World Economic Forum implementing the Great Reset agenda. And I have to go, that's going to be a whole lesson. I'm going to go deep into it, and I have to do a lot of reading and just reading the different policies and such, and everything. I'll do that. I just brought out the site. You can check it out on your own if you want. But it says the Commons Project fills the void between tech companies. All right, so this will, it's gonna be a bridge, okay? In government agencies, traditional non-profits to build and operate the digital services that constitute public infrastructure for the digital era. So, they of course have it where the tech companies will work and collaborate with your government agencies. All right, you think that these apps are just apps to put on. Well, you got entities, your shadow government that's looking at everything you're doing. All right, so first, real quick, precept, which I'll get. Give me a wee moment. I'm gonna do something real quick. Give me a wee moment. Okay, so I got let's see, I got a preset that's coming up. Yeah, this is real quick. This is Obadiah chapter 1 and 6, and it says, "How are things of Esau?" All right, Joshua. So means wasted away is he, which Esau is Edom. Okay, as Genesis tells you. Okay, and Edom is Adawam, which means red. He came out like a hairy, a hairy garment, all right, all over. So we used to dye our garments, okay. This man is the wicked, as we know in the scriptures, and the elites, all right, they go back to Esau, Edom, okay. It says, "Who are his hidden things saw up?" And who is that? Of course, that is by, of course, the prophets whom the Lord have revealed unto his secrets, and of course the mysteries unto to his servants, the prophets. We have a great understanding in which we can see and get the hidden things, the things in which they want to conceal, are, as it says, ma tazapan yum, all right, which is hidden, and they just got secret thing, perhaps a treasure. And then this is real quick, Psalms chapter 64. I think I got also something like Isaiah. This is Isaiah chapter 29 and 15. It says, "Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord Yahweh, and their works are in the dark, and say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? And that's, of course, I'm likening this and to, of course, you Edomites. Okay? It says, surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the work say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing that framed say of him that framed it, he have not understanding? Okay? But it's destruction unto them to seek deep, to hide their counsel from the Lord. And these elite, they do that. Okay, as you can see, many people sitting there looking forward to things going to normal, but this is your new normal, and it's only tighter and tighter draconian laws, more and more policies. Okay, politics, more and more control. This is book of Psalms, chapter 64. And I'm going to start at the top. It says, hear my voice, O power, in my prayer. Preserve my life from the fear, which goes into the dread. Okay, when you go into this Hebrew word, which is an object of dread, that is, specifically. When you look into this here, which is pachad, alright, which is object of dread. Okay, you have these various objects of dread, which they're dead. You know, they're using this CB-19 pandemic. They're using this to usher in this great reset. Okay, it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. So there's secret counsels. All right, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Okay. They already been doing what? Trial tests and such, which it was tested this week, actually. Okay, as of, I believe it was that Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday. Let me see, I have to go and check though, just to confirm it. But they had voluntarily travelers landed, you know, at Newark, or I think that's ERW, if I'm not mistaken. I get mixed up sometimes, but Liberty International Airport on United Airlines Flight 15 from London's Heathrow used the Common Pass Health Pass on their mobile to document their COVID status and share it with airline staff upon disembarkment from the aircraft. So, you know, you have to be walking about with all the papers and such. Everything's going to be all on your actual on a app, on a phone. Okay, like I remember when I started to travel, and I would see pockets of people using boarding passes, digital boarding passes, which you would download an app of the airline in which you're traveling with, and then your details from your flight in which you pay for your ticket, and you can, of course, you have it where you can book in, and you know, also, you know, when you go to the boarding pass or such, and you could scan that on your phone. And I always thought it was a bit like untrustworthy, at least for me, because, you know, I was used to everything being on paper. And what if, of course, digitally the phone fails and such? What if you know, I go and it doesn't scan? What am I going to do if I just completely trust in this technology? Well, he's been with his technology, working obviously to make this thing basically fail proof, you know, for him at least, because he likes to do test trials on everything. Okay, he's cardinal. Okay, but This all of this that being, when you think about it, he has already been ready for this. All right, let's continue on. It says the purpose of the Common Pass and the Common Pass framework was to enable safer airline and cross-border travel by giving both travelers and governments confidence in each traveler's verified COVID-19 status. So this whole COVID-19 thing is a part of the Great Reset. Okay, and I can show you that in the the World Economic Forum, on the site. And COVID-19 is a part of this strategy. Okay, when you look on the on it, okay, COVID-19 right here, aviation and tourism. I click that, and then say, for example, travel and tourism digitalization. I click that. Travel infrastructure. Okay, you got different things, sustainability and global governance and regulation, travel trade barriers, right there. COVID-19. Okay, because COVID-19 does make a barrier. Okay, because you have countries that want to so-called prevent the spread of it by restricting travelers. And whenever you have it where you have different restrictions where you have to get tested, this will these various apps will have that information stored on it, which you can present at these various borders, airports, etc. Okay, and wherever of course, to go about. Okay, because this is beyond just even that. I'm just showing up one aspect here. Okay, so it says here that right, the purpose of the Common Pass and the Common Pass framework is to enable safer airline and cross-border travel by giving both travelers and governments confidence in each traveler's verified COVID status. And it says, according to Common Project Foundation officials, without the ability to trust COVID tests 19 and eventually vaccine records across international borders, many countries will feel compelled to retain full travel bans and mandatory quarantine for as long as the pandemic persists. And this is by this doctor, which is Bradley Parkins. Doctors mean these medical doctors mean to falsify. It says, which is Dr. Up, Chief Medical Officer of the Commons Project and former Chief Strategy and Innovation Officer at the CDC. Okay, so it's all interlinked. Okay, CDC, this of course organization. All right, just showing you the link. All right, with trusted individuals' health data, countries can implement more nuanced health screening requirements. Okay, which they'll have that trusted with this app. All right, nuance, which is characterized by subtle shade, meaning, expression, fine, distinct degree. The Common Project will begin rolling out the digital health pass to more of the largest airlines, with plans to launch across Asia, Africa, and the Americas, Europe, Middle East in November, December. So this is rolling out quick. All right, quick. Okay, just like you have an Operation Warp Speed, and that RFID microchip is coming quick as well. I must note. Okay, as we can see. Okay, that's all going to be integrated with this system. Okay, your app working, with chip, etc. Okay, remember your phone has RFID technology in it, but they want this in your body. But anyway, let's go on. It says Mayo Clinic startup launched health passport app with initial focus on COVID-19. Investment bank Jeffers put a report on Tuesday about the Common Pass, describing it as a potential way to reopen international travel. So apparently international travel is an issue, all right, without these trusted apps now all of a sudden. It says neither COVID testing nor vaccine are a silver bullet in our view. However, the combination of rapid testing, vaccines, and common pass, okay, you got to get a quick rapid test, vaccine, and you got to have, of course, the common pass. You have to have the app. Digital health pass could offer a way forward, says Sandy Morris, an equality analysis at Jeffers. The open question is how fast a digital solution like the common pass can be deployed. Our guess, it will be rapid. So just confirming what I said, just speaking through the spirit. Okay, quick. Everything is going, because remember, the devil knows that he got but a short time. All right, so things are moving quick. Plus, the Lord, for the elect's sake, he's sped things up. Okay, there's no flesh to be saved. All right, you see what they did. It says in September, United Airlines announced it's working on health technologies and genomics company color to roll out the first COVID-19 testing program for air travelers. Okay. It says testing is key component of multi-layered approach to safety reopening travels. Trials with the solution with the common pass are critical to demonstrate the potential for alternatives to blanket the quarantine measures for travel restrictions, says Steve Morrissey, and United Vice President Regulatory and Policy in a statement. All right, that's it in this article. And you got here some more information from for here. Common Health will collect and manage your personal health data and share it with health services organization and apps. Common Health aims to extend the health data portability, the interoperability model, and the pioneer by Apple Health of 73% of people around the world who use Android devices. It was developed in collaboration with the UCSF, Cornell Tech, and Sage Bionetworks. Okay, COVID check. Okay, got that too. Common Pass is a digital health passport. Will hold hold a certified COVID test status, or show if you've been vaccinated in the future, in a way designed to satisfy various government different regulations. Okay. The pass works by passengers taking a test at a certified lab before uploading it. It generates a QR code that can be scanned by airline staff and border officials. However, it will require governments to trust COVID tests taken at foreign labs. Like, of course, you have somebody wanting to come into another country to enter in the border. Well, they're first, of course, are taking that COVID test. Well, I think they were talking about 17. Some case, I believe it be speaking about like 17 hours before the flight or something like that, and just to prove you don't have, and they have to be a negative. And then it's crazy too, because you have certain countries with these restrictions in which you have to quarantine upon arrival. Okay, that's a bunch of more confusion. All right, but these apps, and you being tracked, you're gonna really tighten down on people. Maybe being able to do nothing. So really, this is the end of, really a lot of their traveling. Okay, that's as the scriptures say, which I'll get. I just want to finish reading this off. It says here, it generates a QR code that can be scanned by airline staff and border officials. Okay, and that's common, just like you have your airline staff. TSA will check, see your ticket. Then you go to the border there, check the ticket, airline staff. Then you get to your place of destination at that border, and you'll of course have border force, or speaking of UK, check your your details and such too. And however, it will require governments to trust a corona test at a foreign labs. Well, they gonna certify them labs. It's all gonna be integrated together. Based on your calling pass status, you may or may not be able to travel. All right. Meanwhile, the COVID pass or common pass COVID passport technology is already being tested, which I brought that out, because this information came out before that actual article which I showed you. All right. And you have here Rockefeller's Operation Lockstep. In 2010, the Rockefeller Foundation funded a scenario planning exercise that showed global elites how global elites can manipulate and influence public policies during the pandemic. Okay, so right there. And I'll have to go and look into this information. They go in pages. Okay. They go, man, I'm gonna have to revisit this. Well, it says scenarios of future technology. The document envisions 4 scenario narratives. One, dubbed Lockstep, deals with the global pandemic. This document is regarded, this back in 2010, okay? This document is regarded by many as sort of operation manual, a playbook on how to create a new normal once a global pandemic hits. Right there, man. So somebody said no freaking hell, but it's more coming past my arse. Well, you see what it is, You thought it was just all right, have a passport. Now you got this, okay? This is your passport, health passports. So again, this is Psalms 74 or 64, and it says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, who whet their tongues like a sword and sharpen them. And they do it by these different policies, man. These laws, they said, under the righteous decrees, it says, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even better words. And these are very better words, knowing that, of course, you can't freely travel anymore. Okay, which that and brings out this other scripture, which is here, and that's another thing right there. Wisdom is the principal thing, and therefore get wisdom, and with all I get understanding. You're gonna have to have understanding, all right, and be in the know, so that you can navigate in these times. Okay, this is 2nd Ezra 16, which is another major point in my lesson, is for the elect to know you're gonna have to be walking every day in wisdom. All right, of course, walking in faith. Not by sight. You gotta know what it's about, what's going about. This is real quick. This is 2nd Ezra 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me, Slakia, who will deliver me in those days. All right. Let's go to the main point. Just scripture I'm looking for. It says, a man shall desire to enter into a city and shall not be able to. But I gotta find it. I don't remember off the top. Slakia, give me a wee moment again. I gotta see it. Man. Second Ezra chapter. Man, this thing acting crazy. Might have to look into it in my physical scriptures. I don't see it off my vision. Slakia. Might be the 15th chapter, possibly. Yes, 15 and 17. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall be not able. And you're not going to be able. You're going to have men that's never going to be able to enter cities because you have these various checkpoints. You have to have this vaccination. You must have this your details on the app. Okay. You know this. You say you have these various apps, which you have again, Common Health, the Common Pass, and the COVID Check, which these are Rockefeller and Clinton Foundation funded apps. Okay, so it's elites that set this up, and they already had the plan. Okay, as it shows you, you know, with that document, which is that Rockefeller Operation Lockstep. You know, which how the elites can manipulate and influence. Influence is bringing change, public policies. Okay, these different laws and such during the pandemic. Okay, we're in that, which they created. All right. And this is real quick. I'm probably gonna have to split this maybe possibly into 2 lessons. Just one just going to how to walk and such, and these times and such. And I think that's Daniel chapter 7 and 25 or something like that. Let me see something. This is Daniel chapter 7 and 25. And it says here, in 7 and 25. Let me see if this is the one I want to get. I could bring this out. The 10. Let me see this 24. It's 7 and 25, probably 8 and 25 that I want, but give me a wee moment. Gotta look around. I think that's it. All I gotta do is put in policy. Call Craft to Prosper or something like that. Yeah, 8 and 25, that's what it is. 8 and 25, Daniel, it says here, and through his policy, also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand. You know, and that, you know, all it is this wicked law writing is nothing but witchcraft. Alright? It's deceit, you know, oppressing a man in his household. It says, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, that's E, and his pride lifted up as an eagle, and by peace shall destroy many, and he shall stand up against the prince of princes, which is Yahushai, but he shall be broken with every hand. Alright, and we're in the time of this man getting his judgment, you know, so that's why this man is going about establishing, of course, everything he can establish, because they, of course, want to try to upset prophecy. They want to rule forever, but they themselves are controlled by the Lord. Alright? That's it. You know, so That's all I got to new for this particular lesson. Just wanted to bring out this information. United Airlines tests COVID-19 Health Pass app to bring back global travel. It's all in their agenda. Really, like I said, it's beyond, returning it back. This is draconian measures, and you being controlled and watched, surveillance state that Esau Edom, because he wants to be omnipotent, is putting and issuing out on the people. Call Allah, Yahweh, Habashim, Hashabashim, Kokodash, and double lines for apostles, others, great millstone. Shalom to the elect again.